Another crotch shot.
Oh God.
All right. We're here. We got that. Go ahead. Yeah, it's me, Tito, and Guru's package all on the screen right now. Um, welcome back to Casual Conversations with the Homies. This is episode 39, but we don't really keep track of it anymore because it's just it's just a show at this point. But yeah. Hold on, let me try to get a better shot of Guru and not just because on here we can't see. We just see all junk right now. Maybe if I zoom it out, 'cause I can see his face on the. I guess.
Hold
All
on.
right, yeah, there we go. Okay, that's even better, Guru. Be safe though.
Okay.
Don't. Now I don't want this to be a episode where you get into kind of like some kind of auto accident and I feel bad. Oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
man. I mean, we want to get famous, but we don't want to get YouTube famous. We don't want to get internet meme famous, dude.
yeah, because it'd be good for
I'm gonna get
us.
us some rate.
Yeah, it'd be good for us though, but you be dead, so that's not cool. Like, all right, but
We got
anyway,
some good rate.
yeah. How you guys' weeks been going so far?
Great, great. How you fellas' weeks been going so far?
I've been cool. I just been working. I've been working. I guess a little bit a lot more this week, but it's been all right. It's been cool. What about
You've
you?
been busy. You've been busy.
Yeah. Tito.
Yeah, I think I'm in your boat, man. With just been a little busy, long hours, and then had a nice little gout attack on Tuesday. That's
Dang.
still kind of kicking, man. So you know, um, I'm doing all right though, recovering.
Yeah. Stay off your feet, man.
Yeah.
Stay off your feet. All right. So a lot of stuff is happening in the sporting world. The A's lost to the Astros, but whatever. We're gonna just gloss over that. But the NBA finals was last night, and the Lakers lost. People thought the Lakers were going to close it out. They had the commemorative Mamba jerseys on, talking about they don't lose in the Mamba jerseys, and it's like, yeah, I mean, I feel it, but at the end of the day, it's just a jersey, and they didn't have the Mamba mentality to win the game, and that's what they really needed because they came up short. Like Jimmy Butler, once again, he did pretty good. Duncan was in there going crazy. Like I don't know if somebody was saying no, that was Dragic he was missing, but yeah, good, good overall game. The Lakers role players are getting a lot of slack right now. Kuzma, Green, Morris. What are you guys' thoughts on the game? Because I have my own thoughts, and I'll share it last because I want to see if somebody have the same one before I start getting deep into it. But go ahead, Guru. And
Well,
Guru, don't look at the phone. Do not look at your phone. Just look at the road. Don't.
well, like LeBron, he can't carry them, and that seems like what's been going on here. He's Danny Green can't hit the open shot. What they got him for. And, I think he needs to get into a rhythm. Players need to be more proactive when LeBron is on the boards. And let's not discount the Heat. Look, they got some good shooters. Uh, Duncan Robinson, I believe his name is,
Mm.
7 to 8 3-point land. Um, some key. They're going to mess around and let Heat stay in this series. They're going to mess around and lose if they're not careful.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. Tito.
I see, with all the superstition, with the jerseys and everything like that. I kind of just pegged that game as a media jinx. There was just a big old hoopla before the game. We don't lose in these jerseys. We don't, LeBron's closed out, games and everything like that. So, it is what it is. I will actually take a positive on this Laker loss, because I personally felt that they played like crap. Like that game, their shooting percentage was down. It was all LeBron and AD, mainly LeBron, but I won't take anything away from AD. He definitely balled out too. Obviously, there was that little scare with re-aggravating. but I really felt like the Lakers played like crap, and they were still in the game. They almost won. They were a bad position, possession to win the game. Positive on my end, where it's like if they can find it, if they can get it together, um, they'll be okay. They can close this out. The other thing is like Miami to me played a damn near perfect game. Like their shooting was on point, every on it. And when's the last time that actually has happened? And how consistent that be? I mean, Butler's ball his mind. Saw this a little bit on. Uh, that's
Um, I don't know, man. The Lakers, Kev is in the comments. Let me read the comments before we go. Before I go, he said Kevin Johnson in the comments says it's plain and simple. The gold talk is non-debatable no more. Jordan would have been had this series over with. Jordan would have been chilling in Cabo with his no. Jordan would have been in Cabo with his cigar, chilling. Sunglass emoji. Yeah, I don't know. I agree with Kev, man. Like, I'm not saying it's like Jordan didn't go to Game 6, which he has in his career, but I'm looking at the last play, man. LeBron was taking on double, triple teams the whole game, and he gave up the ball, and it's kind of it's part of LeBron not having that killer instinct. And I'm not the biggest LeBron fan, but you guys know I respect LeBron's game. I think he's a great player, but him passing the ball up to me, you take the shot, I know you want to make the smart play. Like people talking about Danny Green today, like he missed a wide open shot, but to me it's a shot he shouldn't have took. Like to me, I don't care how many people smother LeBron. If you are in that GOAT talk, you be in that GOAT talk. Like I've seen something that Dame tweeted. Like he said LeBron made the right play. Like he made the right play. It just happened that Green missed it, but he said he would have personally took the shot. He'd been shooting the last shot of the game. That's to me. That's what makes you legendary. Like I don't know. Man. It's like this when it comes down to it. LeBron, you that big force, and I know you got 4 people on you, and it is for your team to make the buckets. But at the same time, I would have felt better if LeBron would have took that layup and really tried to bully his way into getting some points or a foul because that's who he's supposed to be. Like he's like one of the greatest NBA players of all the time. And for a closeout game in the NBA Finals, you don't want to be the guy that's taking the last shot. To me, that's kind of suspect. And and I've been a big LeBron. You guys know, like I'm not the biggest Jordan fan at all, but Jordan, the Kobe's, even the Shaquille O'Neal's, like the guys who want the ball in the most pressure time, it time after time, it just doesn't seem like LeBron. Like you think about all the teams he was on. I know he don't make the big shot. Like you got Ray Allen, Kyrie, Ray Allen, Ray Allen, Kyrie, D Wade sometimes take care of the game in the last couple minutes. And I felt like LeBron should have just, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think I'm like kind of off? Like LeBron should have. I think he should have showed more dominance in the last play of the game than he did.
I just feel like you can't really ask for more than what he did. He's trying to get other people involved to run the offense. And listen, these guys like Danny Green are excellent shooters. They have to be able to make that shot. And, I don't feel like the greatest player always has to take the last shot. I think the greatest player helps put his teammates in position to score, and he believes in them. And I think that's what it was with Danny Green. He believed in him. Now, a lot of times Danny Green knocks those baskets down, and listen, go to him. But LeBron is the second greatest basketball player to ever live behind Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I'm not going to fault him for anything.
Whoa! Hey, Guru,
I think
Guru.
he has.
Wait, pump the brakes, Guru. You heard it here first. Guru said LeBron is better than Jordan. We all know what you just said about Kareem. We get it. But the sticking point, the selling point that we're going to tell the media ourselves is that Guru said LeBron is better than Jordan. Hey, I'm not. I like I said. I've always been on the debate that LeBron is like a one in a lifetime athlete, but some points you kind of gotta want to just take that shot and be that guy 100%. Go ahead, Tito.
Like to me, that last play was more so than shot. He would have held it long. Wouldn't shot it with what? Maybe about like 6 or 7 seconds. So I think this was one of the possibility that he could miss him driving is going to be somebody open, if not two people. But that is one of that it played out, which is they got the rebound, and what happened. Um, I still think that Morris. I was joking around with somebody and saying missed a shot. I think they were up 5. If he would have hit a 3, in like the last minute of play, it would have kind of iced the game. He missed that one as well. And then that's when Miami kind of came back. That's when Robinson hit his one, and got them a little closer. But a lot of people were back for making that play or like throwing that ball out. But in my opinion, he actually had the right idea. AD had the position. Is just, you know, to me, you have LeBron open. You you still had time. I think for me, that's what I saw in that final play. Like LeBron was a little bit more cerebral and thinking, all right, I'm going to give myself some time for if something bad happens. And guess what? Something bad did happen. If he was going to take the last shot, which I don't think he would have, but if he was, he would have, took the whole clock down. Why not? You had the opportunity. You didn't have to shoot it. There was no rush there. But he didn't do that.
All right, we got Marcus in here. Marcus says Jordan wouldn't have done. His air was unathletic and couldn't dribble while running full speed. Um, Marcus is a LBJ over LeBron guy for sure. Kevin responded to Guru like, Guru, come on, Danny Green, go and look at the stats all series. He has not been hitting, and you pass to him. He haven't been hitting. But that's what I'm saying. Like we just talked about how LeBron is like carrying his team. They like not say scrubs, but they basically are. And to me, that's where you like, all right, you be the man. You put it in your hand. Like LeBron is the man of the league right now, and I don't see why would he feel comfortable not being the guy taking the last shot on any of his team. And Morris, he made a bonehead decision. But it seems like all players who play with LeBron always make some kind of bonehead decision at the end of the game. And like you said, LeBron can only do so much. But at that point, where you about to go, it was win and go home with the championship. To me, you go all out. You take the last shot. You take the last. You be the man. You be the man, and let everybody else be boys. Because boys. Like you could have passed it to Anthony Davis down at the bottom, but that's a basketball player. He hit the wide open guy. So I'm not mad at the play. Like I said, if it was me, I just would have went up if I was LeBron. LeBron was banking it with 3 guys covered on him for the last 2 minutes of that whole quarter. So,
me personally, I would have went up and flushed it like in the old days. But
so come Sunday, who y'all think winning?
I have the Heat winning game 6.
Tito?
I said it earlier. I think the Lakers close it out.
Yeah, I think the Lakers. I think LeBron is going to be real pissed. He's going to be playing crazy. I think the Lakers going to close it out. Not say candidly, not easily though, but I think they're going to get a good definitive win and be the 2020 COVID NBA champions.
Hey, yo, what's this for a conspiracy theory, though, man? What if we have the wrong twin?
Man, what? We got the wrong Morris twin in there.
You know they have the identical tattoos?
Really?
Do they?
Yes. They have every single identical tattoo. That
Yeah, that's
so
crazy.
it's really really hard, in my opinion, to tell them apart. So conspiracy theory. What if we have the wrong twin? I'm just saying.
Oh
Oh
gosh.
gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. All right, back to
Oh my God.
that's funny. Oh my god. But Kyrie still sucks. Nah, I'm just joking. Is there any other basketball related stories out there right now? I'm trying to think.
Um, no, I think this is it. I mean, these two, and there's no like anything going on. These two teams deserve the bulk of the attention based on their achievements so far. They've survived the bubble, and they're putting on a really good championship series.
Yeah, man. Respect to the bubble, man. I wouldn't be able to do it. Like they staying in there, LeBron. And shout out to Jimmy Butler and the Heat, man, for them to keep fighting. People was like counting them out. Jimmy Butler was playing 47 minutes, so he's doing pretty good. Who's your MVP of the series? If
If there's no questions asked, the greatest player right now.
Yeah, no questions, no questions. All right, let's talk about. I'm trying to make sure there's no more basketball stories because I don't think nothing came across the wire this weekend. NBA, yeah, NBA Finals is all the rage, all the rage. All right, let's talk about last night's game. 2 nights ago on Thursday night football. You got the Chicago Bears versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tom Brady, Nick Foles. We all know ultimately Nick Foles is Tom Brady's kryptonite. He finds a way to beat him. They didn't look. Mike Evans to Tom Brady is looking. I mean, Tom Brady and Mike Evans are starting to look impressive. Like that's going to be a problem when Godwin's get back too. But the last series of the game is going down in infamy now. Brady, he checks one ball, he missed, he throws one to the flat. The second, he throws a pass to Gronk and Evans on a mistake. I don't know who he's throwing it to, but that's third down. And then on the last play, he just throws it in the middle, and he holds up the four like, no, we got fourth down. And you can see him saying, no, it's fourth down, and it's like, no, the game is over. You turned it over on downs. People are making a big spectacle out of this. What do you guys think about this game and that call? I mean, and that Brady's lapse of judgment. Hold on, I'll be right back. But go ahead, Guru.
I just feel like Tito, as far as that he did forget what down it was. I truly believe that. You get caught up like that in the moment of the game where it's tense and time's running out and you gotta organize everything in your brain as a quarterback. It just goes to show you that that's that little slippage in the brain. That's that age that kind of kicks in a little bit where you're discombobulated, you're not quite sure, down and distance time, and that's something he should forget. But he is human, and I feel like it was more about their errors than it was the Bears winning because on that last drive, the Tampa Bay was like 3 minutes left, and they passed on all three downs, and then they punted, and then they kicked the field goal. Like, why are you passing all three downs? And so that's how I feel about it. I mean, Tampa Bay is right there. I'm gonna give but it was more about what Tampa Bay didn't do versus what the Bears did. 14 penalties, Tampa Bay. You're not gonna win a game like that.
Go ahead, Tito.
Yeah, I I agree with you, Guru. For once, no. I definitely agree in that it was more about what Tampa Bay didn't do than what Chicago did. I mean, Chicago's defense. I mean, Mac, he was living in the backfield. Like that guy was the Tampa Bay running back. Like he was definitely there a lot, a lot, a lot.
Yeah.
So I won't take anything away from there. It's amazing to me that Chicago has their record with their quarterback play. Like I don't actually think Foles played all
He
that well.
didn't.
I mean, he definitely is Tom Brady's. He definitely is Tom Brady's kryptonite, though. Like you can tell he's in Tom Brady's head. Like Tom Brady, this game showed that he has a big ego. It's like he didn't even say what's up, like shake hands or anything like that, like storm out, like, the brain fart at the end of the game, where it's like losing downs. Um, uh, but it seems to me that they're just an air it out offense at the moment. Like they don't trust their running backs. I mean, I know that they got Ronald Johnson, I know that they got Fournette, but they don't trust them. Like you said, with 3 minutes left, they're still airing it out. Like eat some clock. Definitely play it
Yeah,
smart. And they're not going about that. The other thing is like, man, like to me, I know Tom Brady's the GOAT. I'm gonna say that. Ramir, I think you agree. But this is Arians, like this was the first time that we literally saw it live
Mm-hmm.
or saw it unfold where Arians, to my opinion, didn't coach the last series. Like it was all Tom Brady. Like if Tom Brady lost the down count, like who the hell is talking to him? Like somebody should be telling them, like this is, you have one more. What are you doing? Or why are we going that? Like, why is he even throwing it in the middle of the field to eat up the clock? Like, yeah, I know that you just need a field goal, but it is one of those things where it's like it was all Tom Brady. And I mean, maybe, you give it to him out of respect, but come on, man. Like it's his first year, like establish yourself first, in my opinion. But I agree with you that it was more what Tampa Bay didn't do than what Chicago did. But hats off, man. I mean,
Chicago still won the game, so
that
they had
that
to
division.
play.
Yeah, they won.
Mac was looking crazy. I'm always missing Mac. We haven't got sacks like that. Oh, Crosby give us sacks, but he give us like slow sacks. But anyway, back to the game with Tom Brady. I think Tom Brady. I think you guys hit it on the head. Tom Brady in the play calling on down the stretch was kind of sketch. He does get like leeway to do whatever he wants to. Like we seen him on the sideline yelling. Like let's just. That's what people kind of give like these all time greats are the all people that they get leeway to say things.
huh? So
Oh, that's Guru. Okay, yeah, but Tom Brady, he can, he was wilding, and for some reason he just seemed off the whole game. The whole game, everybody seemed off. They was playing real slow, and real kind of like catch up type football. But they also was using their weapons, so I thought that was pretty cool. And ooh, coffee, everyone.
There you go.
I
Hey yo, real quick. I know that we're talking about
coffee.
NFL,
mm-hmm.
but if you guys are UFC fans, there was literally the greatest knockout I have ever seen in my entire life. Probably the
When?
best knockout in UFC history ever. This is Karate Kid esque. Do yourself a favor, look it up. It just happened. I believe it is Buckley versus. I'm trying to get the name. Where are you at? Where are you at? Just look up Joaquin Buckley.
Will do.
Literally goes for a.
Joaquin Buckley.
Yeah, look up Joaquin Buckley. KO. No lie. You guys will thank me later.
Okay, will do. I wish we had a producer to pull it up right now. But yeah, man, the game was cool. Tom Brady was like, to me, Tom Brady gets a pass. He gets a pass for everything. He gets a pass because, like you said, he got that resume. He yelling at the coaches on the sideline. They're like, oh, Tom Brady's so fired up. But like, other players don't get that same treatment. T.O. was a team obliterator. Odell's a distraction,
Yeah.
but Tom Brady's a fired up guy. Like, yeah. Like even, well, I don't know. That's another conversation we can kind of go into. But yeah, Tom Brady now look good. I think Tampa Bay will be a good team this season. What's the outlook on Byron Leftwich though, getting a head coach job? You guys think?
I think those odds are really good. Um, he's a former quarterback. They say the offensive route is the way to go. Um, he understands the position. He's a good leader. He's people speak highly of him. The guys who played with him and against him, and we need a young minority in the pipeline. I understand that Eric Bieniemy is going to get in, but he's 51 years old now. He won't be able to supersede or break any records, but he will have a chance to win some Super Bowls. So I think Byron Leftwich's chances are really good. Uh, maybe whether it happens this year or not, it should though. Joe Judge and all these other guys. So I'm looking forward to it. I think his chances are 50-50.
Okay, only reason why I say that because Bill O'Brien got fired this week, and then we was all saying it was about time. Dang, Guru, you out and about? Where you at? Costco, Guru? You at Home Depot?
Yeah, medical supply store.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think Bill O'Brien got fired this week. Finally, we were. I think we'd have lost because we said Adam Gase was gonna get fired first, but we were wrong.
Yeah.
Bill O'Brien,
I,
go ahead.
I was surprised it happened. I mean, I'm glad, like we've been talking about it, but I was literally surprised it would happen. I mean, I think, I said it in the show where I thought Bill O'Brien had, some pics or a tape or something on the owner because I didn't know where the mentality was of keeping him around with everything that he was doing. But I mean, I'm surprised it happened. So we'll see it. I guess, Leftwich is, well, he's not even the one that they appointed, right? I think they said Romeo Cornell is actually.
Byron Leftwich is as the offensive coordinator in Tampa Bay.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, so, but it's Romeo Cornell right now. But we'll see.
Yeah.
Like Bill O'Brien, like people like, oh, he got fired. He had like winning season. It's like he did have winning season, but I seen somewhere where someone said that they basically fired Bill O'Brien and GM because he's playing. He did some crazy moves. You make all those moves, give up all those first rounders, give up all those pieces, and then he has good players, or he had good players, and you let them all go for basically peanuts, and now you all losing, and you stinking up the joint because you kind of missing those type of players. So I think it was just bound to happen. Like I've been said earlier this season, like I don't know, but Deshaun Watson is cool, but I don't know if he's like I don't know if he turned the corner enough to not have D Hop on his team. Like I always felt like he's a good. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm not saying your boy's bad, Guru. All I'm saying is I don't know personally if he really was proven enough to be able to be successful without no pieces around him like anybody in the league. And Bill O'Brien, to his infamous GM Dylan, he dealt away all the weapons, and he just made a lot of bad decisions, and I think that's why he got fired. And yes, he's 0-4, and that has something to do with it too. But I'm not we're not surprised. I'm surprised Adam Gase still has a job. But Bill O'Brien, what do you guys think of the Texans season? No, wait. Who picked him in the AFC South this year?
I believe I did.
I know I didn't. I said Tennessee, so I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure. Guru, you in Texas too, huh?
I'm trying to think.
Guru, are you talking?
South?
Guru, if you're out in public, don't take your mask off. Just call back in when you get in the car. Cool. I don't want you to be like. So we're gonna just leave Guru's picture up there. But yeah, I think Bill O'Brien and the Texans, they had to part ways. It was gonna happen. But who else is coaching right now? The Detroit Lions, man. Matt Patricia, dude. Like he had some statements this week that he said he came in and he had to build. He was in a rebuilding process. He had to do what did he say? He was in a rebuild. He got a rebuilding team, and he had to pick up the pieces that they had and get it to the next level. Well, they had 2 9-7 seasons before you got there, Bucko. And Jim Caldwell never had a losing season, and he had a good team. And you were supposed to be that one game away type of addition. And I think we kind of said earlier when we're in some earlier episodes that people want to hire their friends, and that it come to bite them in the butt. And it just I'm surprised he has a job right now. I think he should be fired. What do you think on that, Tito?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of boo-boo football being played at the moment.
Yep.
By many of teams. I mean, one division in particular, but we'll say that division to when Guru comes back.
Yeah, man. For sure.
Because he has some interests in that division. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm trying to see where we at in the standings. Um, and I mean, yeah, Detroit hasn't been good for a while though. I mean, like to me, I've always felt like Stafford is kind of like I know you're a Stafford fan,
I'm not
but
the biggest.
I felt like but I feel like he's a middle of the pack, like he's not gonna be, he's not gonna push you over the top, but he's also not gonna stink it up or anything like that, like he's gonna be a okay, an okay quarter, like I wouldn't say in his prime he's gonna win you a Super Bowl or anything like that. Um, but I mean, yeah, I think Patricia is gonna want to say anything to try and keep his job, in my opinion. If they continue to kind of go, spiral down. I mean, they had the third pick last year. If they have another top five pick, I'm pretty sure he's gonna be out. It literally is what have you done for me lately type league. So,
Yeah, and he haven't done
um,
anything. He hasn't done nothing with
yep.
that team. Nothing, nothing. Jim Caldwell was a good coach. I don't know why they fired him, but enough of that. But this current team is big of underachievers, and the players don't like you. If the players not behind you, and all these stories about how he's like one of the worst coaches of all time, you got to get a guy out of there because the NFL is based on culture and chemistry. And if you don't got the chemistry from the head coach, like how we said last week, head coach, the quarterback is a important chemistry you need on a team. And this guy's not connected with none of his players, none of his star players, none of his defensive players, offensive players. Get him out of there. Like Bill O'Brien, same thing. Like the story came out. Who got Bill O'Brien fired this week? Tell me who, Tito. Legend has it is who? J.J. Watt.
I,
J.J.
did
Watt.
he?
You didn't read
He
it.
went in there.
They said
He
J.J.
went in there.
They said in practice J.J. Watt confronted the coach and really challenged his mental aspect of being a team leader and being the coach of that team. And that's when the organization they had to choose. I think they had to choose between Bill O'Brien or J.J. Watt. And it's like if you get to the point where one of your star how can I say? How can I describe J.J. Watt without being like?
Well,
He's like a great American hope, and you make him mad, you're gonna be gone. You're gonna be gone. You're gonna be
yeah.
toasted.
Well, yeah. I mean, you saw all the money he raised, for Houston. I mean, he's beloved around the league. You know, I think at this point of his career, I feel like he still needs another, a Jadavion Clowney. He needs somebody else on the other side to make him a little bit better, health wise and everything like that. But I mean, good for him. If that's what happened, if that's what if that's what it took. But where was this? Where was this? Like, I mean, are we giving, is was he giving Bill O'Brien the benefit of the doubt last year, or the past 2 years? Like they've had solid records. I mean, they've had solid run in the playoffs as well. But Bill O'Brien has been Bill O'Brien start since he was head coach there, and it's like, where was this? Like I would have loved to see this a little bit sooner. Like just even this offseason should have been the final straw for me, to be like, what are you doing trading D Hop? Like you can't trade somebody like that away, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Um, especially all right. I would have gave it to him if it was if 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 it was the other way around, like if he got picks, if Arizona was eating the salary, like this was a salary dump from Arizona. Like this was like Houston was giving away the better player and was taking on more salary, more, giving up picks and everything. It's like it should have been the other way around. I would have gave him some credit if he walked away with a couple of picks and, saved himself some money because Houston is actually the highest paid. They have the highest payroll in the NFL, which is why what probably led to his demise because it's like, dude, you have the highest paid payroll, and you're 1-4 or 0 and
all in
4,
four.
0-4, and it's just like, I good for J.J. Watt, but where was this sooner?
To,
Like
to me,
off season.
I don't know. I think J.J. Watt kind of falls in line with the rest of the organization. They haven't been in the playoffs that much time. Bill O'Brien happened let them get over the hump. They've been winning. I think the straw started when he traded away to David Clowney, I'm pretty sure J.J. Watt wasn't happy with all the double teams he was going to start seeing, which got him hurt. Extra bodies on him, extra people falling on him, got him hurt. And then I think when you trade away, J.J. Watt of the offense, D-Hop, Deshaun Watson is cool, but D-Hop has been the guy that's been there longer, putting work in with the community, beloved by the fans, and really being an all-pro wide receiver. And you trade that away for peanuts. You take on David Johnson's high contract, and he's like a C- player at this point in his career. And it's like you get all, like you said, you get all these things in non-returns. You got all right, boom. He has a plan. We're gonna have to start it off and see what happens. But they out there making dumb decisions, dumb coaching plays, and it's like, all right, this guy can't lead. He can't read the room. He don't know the real temperature of the league. Like it's something off. It's like either he did like a Bill Callahan and do an inside job to destroy an organization within. Nah, I'm just joking. But something like that. Because I don't see why. I get it. Like sometimes it takes time for people to come around and see what's wrong and not. Oh man, I dropped my charger. 1 second. And see, maybe it's just the time that J.J. Watt decided to start opening his eyes. Like, all right, it's not about me. And then you got this young quarterback. You got D-Hop, who I keep saying he's gonna get killed. You need weapons. When you have a young quarterback, you need weapons. D-Hop is trying to win the games in dumb fashion. Like they be up some and then they don't have a good running back. The O-line is really spotty and it's like, all right, but this is all the pieces you traded for that were supposed to be good for the team. Like these running backs you brought in, Larry Tunsil and Laramie Gas Mask, supposed to be like all world, and it's like they're not playing up to that potential, but you gave up something we could have used. We could have used the wide receiver. We could have used that first round pick. Could use that second round pick, and it's like he's not getting nothing from it, man. Like I hope Romeo Cornell go in there and do something good, but I don't think he is. I don't think that's going to be possible this week or this whole season because it's spotty. Like you can't really. The Texas has no good football. Dang it, I don't think Guru's going to make it back, man. I really want to talk about the Cowboys too because I said something earlier this year that was quite obvious that Guru will be back pretty soon, I guess. But yeah, anyway, back to the Texans. It just, who's another coach? The Jets, get him out of here. I think, what's his name? Elite Joe Flacco is playing on Sunday. Sam Darnold is over for his career. I want to talk about Dwayne Haskins, but I'm trying to give Guru the like 10 minutes to get back in here. I guess we'll talk about it twice. All right, let's talk about the Washington football team and their quarterback, Dwayne Haskins, has been benched, but not only has he been benched, he's the third-string quarterback. I don't know. I don't think it was the right move. I could just start off by saying that. I understand why Ron Rivera, thinking that the division is in take, like, man, if I can just get 7 games, we might get squeak into the playoffs. And he might feel like Cal Allen is good enough to get, like, 7 wins, but I don't know. To me, you don't make this decision this early. You let the guy, I don't know. How can I say it? Like when Ron Rivera in the speech and he didn't have like the offseason, the preseason games to really get familiar with things. So to me, it's like Ron Rivera, he's trying to win it all right now. Like he's like in a rush. And I personally think he's in a rush, and I understand it. Like I do. I think organizational wise, coaching in regular circumstances, I don't think he'll bench Haskins, but I think this is his go for broke move. Like maybe Cal Allen is his guy, and he's trying to see if he needs to draft a new quarterback next year. So he's going to test. Like I've been said, like this all got Josh Rosen vibes from the get. Like you got a coach who didn't draft you, who has no ties to you, and it's like, you got to do away with them. And I feel it. That's what's going on in here. Like Dwayne Haskins, like I hear about all the stuff he's doing wrong and all of that, but he's also doing a lot of stuff right. Like he played the Baltimore Ravens and he put up a good fight with his team. Oh, there we go. We talking about Dwayne Haskins.
Oh,
I'm gonna start over. I'm talking first, so you can catch up. But I was saying, so Dwayne Haskins has been demoted to third string. I understand why Ron Rivera felt like he had to do it. I felt like he, and under normal circumstances, if he didn't have his personal battles, I think he'll see the long term picture to where he can kind of keep him in there. But the NFC East stinks, and they can kind of win. And I feel like he feel like Cal Allen can get him like a few more wins to maybe sneak and win this division, get into the playoffs, maybe sneak and do a Super Bowl run. I don't think none of that's gonna happen, but I can think it, I can understand a head coach thinking that, and also a new head coach who didn't draft you, he don't care about you for real. Cal Allen is the guy that he drafted. He wants to see if Cal Allen can be his quarterback, or if he needs to go draft a quarterback next year. Me personally, I wouldn't do it. Like I'm getting tired of hearing about the stuff about like how Dwayne Haskins he couldn't do this and do that, but he was doing good. Like Ron Rivera wanted to see him play better. He started playing better. He started hitting his balls more, higher passer yards and stuff like that. But when it counted, he kind of wasn't there. So I just want to get y'all take on it. I'm gonna let Tito go first since he's the resident Redskins fans, and but go ahead, Tito.
So here at GRT Sports, we have a motto, and that motto is "Go for broke." And you said it earlier, but I really do think that this is more of a go for broke move than anything else. Like, I'm not reading too much into this benching. I'm not reading too much into Haskins isn't his guy or anything like that. I really do think that the NFC East, my team included, is garbage. Like, Guru, you don't want to hear this, but that the whole division is garbage. It's winnable by everybody. So I do think it's okay. You have a 4 game, I think more of a 5 game stretch of playing the who's who in the NFL. Like they just Baltimore and got whooped. But we have the Rams next. It really is the next couple of games to really make that okay. We're either gonna stay in the bottom or we're gonna make a run for this division. And that's all you have to make a run for the just about getting in, at least for Rivera. What for me is if they can pull off 2 or 3 wins, then it's like all right, Rivera's gonna look like Rivera, what he's used to doing, where he knows his team, he knows what he has, and pulling the right strings in order to do it. Haskins, though, like I'm not gonna take anything away from him. Guru, you actually turned me into a believer in a sense where the kid is talented. He definitely has an arm. He definitely has it. I do think he needs to develop. And I do think he needs to take his time though. Like I don't think he's one of those quarterbacks, especially being a pocket quarterback, where trial by fire is actually gonna work for him. You need to hit the film, you need to hit um, you know, uh, be that third string quarterback. Carry the clipboard and do and do the offensive kind of like scoping because that's what third string quarterback kind of does on the sidelines. They're the ones with the clipboard. They're the ones kind of talking, hey, this is this formation. They're looking out for that. Like that's part of development. I mean, I'm not saying Dwayne Haskins is going to turn into an offensive coordinator, but some of these highly touted offensive coordinators, I don't agree with it, mind you, but I'm just trying to prove a point here. Some of these highly touted offensive coordinators, Kellen Moore, Byron
Kellen,
Leftwich, although Byron Leftwich had it, they're all, Kellen Moore is my example, and I'll throw shade at Guru, but third string quarterback, like, but you learn the X and O's, you learn the simplicities of the position. So it's like to me, I don't see Haskins as a trial by fire. Like I do think he needs to develop a little bit more, man. Like definitely have it. Because you get paid to throw the football and you better do it well in order to do it. But the team is still garbage. Like, I mean, thank you for that video that you sent out, Guru, where it's just like the offensive line was making the, dumbest of mistakes. Those tackles were not covering. But at the same time, some of those throws were makeable. And it's like you need to go back to the drawing board in order to kind of get your head right, in order to do it. But I do think that Rivera, it's a go for broke move. He wants to know what he has, like you said. Kyle Allen could be his guy. I mean, Rivera said the reason he's going with it is Allen knows the playbook. He knows where people need to be. He knows what they need to do, and it should pay dividends the next couple of games. Guess what? If it doesn't, then I want to see a switch. Then all right, then let's see rotating. Throw Alex Smith in there.
No, he
Like,
is hurt, man. He has a black leg.
hey
He
man,
don't need to
if
be
the guy
playing.
wants to, if you've seen his documentary, I'm in Alex Smith corner. I'm an
Yeah,
Alex
and
Smith
that's
guy.
I'm
I'm
like
gonna keep pushing him. If he wants to play, let him play. I'm just saying,
I'm not saying he's
I
bad. I
want
think
to
he's
see
good, but I don't.
go for broke.
He's gonna be out. Go ahead, Guru.
I agree. I agree. A lot of what you're saying, Tito. His development has been, although I do agree that his development has been stunted, and I still will say that even though he's not getting a fair shot, he does have to play better. And I also heard that he was talking about his stat line. I had 300 yards passing. You know, no one wants to hear about your stats in a losing effort. That's the last thing. That ticks me off more than anything.
Dak
I play with people
500
like
yards.
that. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Dak wasn't like, oh, I got 500 yards passing. Dak, he's still kind of, y'all leave Dak alone. But I will say this. Listen, Joe Theismann did not start for 5 years for the Washington Redskins. And these quarterbacks a lot of times are, they're thrust into the beginning. You was with a team where the coach didn't want you. The first coach didn't want you. The second coach wanted you to learn his system, but that wasn't happening the way he wanted to. And you're not winning. And, in the NFL, when you're not winning, you have to, see what's going to work. You have to tinker with it. I'll use the Raiders as a perfect example. Henry Ruggs III was, a number one draft pick, but he's not even like their fourth or fifth best
He's
receiver.
hurt, Guru.
Literally.
He's hurt. He literally
He don't think he's
got
hurt.
back into practice yesterday. Yesterday, his first day in practice in weeks.
What was his injury?
Right? He
What was his injury?
He got hurt the first game. What are you talking about?
But what was his injury?
He had like an
What was
ankle.
his
He had
injury?
an ankle or a knee injury, dude. And I don't know why you act like that didn't happen. Like you just everybody go ahead, go finish making
His
your point.
butt got hurt.
But my whole point is like you can't be a one trick pony. We know Dwayne Haskins can throw the ball like crazy. You just got to be able to read the defenses, like you said, and make those throws that needs to be made that are there, and read that defense right.
At the end of the
And
day,
you can't be,
the Redskins are trash. I don't know why nobody. That should be like one of the main thing. That's a trash organization. Sorry, Tito, but he got tossed in there when he shouldn't have been in
Nothing to
there.
be sorry about.
He shouldn't have been in there in the first place. And I think the NFL has a problem to where they shuffle quarterbacks way too fast. And Ron Rivera is not married to Dwayne Haskins, so he can care less, man. And Dwayne Haskins' career can be whatever it can be. He can obviously bounce back somewhere else. Nick Foles, Teddy Bridgewater, Steve Young, Brett Favre. It happens. Like, you can kind of go to a different team. But I do agree with you, Guru. Some part of Haskins' game and things he says and does do show signs of immaturity and not the leader of a franchise type of thing. Like, he had last year the incident of taking pictures with the fans. I know offseason he was on GQ top 10 things or, what he bought with his first. Like, it's different things that you kind of want your quarterback to do. Like, a lot of things Baker Mayfield doesn't show like the best leader. But now it's like, I get it. But, I think Ron Rivera's in that win now mode. They're kind of close. And I don't feel bad for Haskins. He didn't play good. I wish he got a longer stint. Like, sometimes these quarterbacks, like he's kind of like E.J. Manuel. Like, E.J. Manuel did okay, and they just benched him because, they just decided to bench him when they drafted him at, like, 13, 15. So it's kind of like the same thing. But also, if Kyle Allen
not a football at 27.
Yeah, if Kyle Allen, if he goes in there and he plays good, then Ron Rivera's going to be proven right, and he's like, all right, that's a good move. But to me, I'm not looking – the Redskins are still the Redskins. They still trash. Nothing's going to happen. Yeah. What else is coming out the NFL? Before we go to the Cowboys.
Um,
Before we go to the Cowboys. Now let's go to the Cowboys. So I said this earlier this season. The Cowboys have a new head coach. They have a new head coach, and Guru, you said the new head coach quarterback situation was a recipe for disaster, but you never mentioned that the Cowboys was in that same situation. I understand now, and I'm not going to even blame Dak, but Mike McCarthy has been known, even when he's in Green Bay, to make dumb play calling. You guys suck. Defense is trash. You can't stop nothing. You could be what can I say? I don't know. It's like I don't know. I'm trying to think of a crude example to use, but y'all stink. Y'all defense stink, man, and it ain't even all on Dak right now. But even with y'all play calling, like McCarthy Dak is having like half 1,000 games because they're not running the ball. You got one of the top 3 running backs in the league, and he's getting less than like 14. Guru, wipe off your camera. He's getting like less than like 14, 15 carries. What's going? How did you get off? Are you in a sauna right now, Guru?
He got all foggy.
He got all foggy out of nowhere. He walked into a sauna, sexy situation. Dang it, Guru, you still there? I don't want to go in on the Cowboys when Guru's not around, but yeah, the Cowboys to me they're not the team. They're exactly who we thought they were going to be this year. I think you said it. I think you more than I did was talking about how the Cowboys is going to struggle this year, and I'm surprised the struggle didn't really come from Dak Prescott, like how I picked it to come from. It's coming from the defenses and in the play calling. To me, all this is an overhyped team like always. Oh man, your camera messed up. I gotta fix your camera. I think we lost Guru for a second. He'll get back in, but go ahead, Tito.
Well, no, I mean, I joke around all the time. You know, everybody knows I'm not a Cowboy fan. And I'm gonna throw as much shade as I possibly can. I mean, I'm a big dude, so we definitely have that. But Dak is playing okay. I'm not gonna say he's playing great. He's not playing out of his mind because I also believe that because they're behind in every single
That's
game
right,
is what's allowing him to throw. It's what allowing him to make these, get these stats. I mean, yeah, he's not throwing the stat lines, but people are looking at it and being like, oh, he's a fantasy football hero and everything like that. But it's because they're behind by multiple scores every single game.
Yeah.
So,
Defense
you
sucks,
know,
Guru.
yeah, it definitely is suspect. So it's just like they got a head coach, but nah, man, like they don't have a new head coach. It's Jerry Jones. It's always going to be Jerry Jones. I mean, it's the same, with whatever his style of football is going to be, that's always going to be the case, man.
Jerry Jones is in the
I
skybox though. He's not calling the plays.
man, whatever, for a fact he's in there, man. There has he it has him written all over, man. Like that is the NFL, dude. Like it's I feel like there was a TV show that portrayed his character 100% correct. What says goes. Shout outs to The Rock, to Dwayne Johnson. But um, really what it comes down to is just, yeah, Cowboys stink, man. Like that whole division stinks. I'll be right there with you. I know we were talking about Washington, but I joked around this week, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Dak on Washington next year. Like definitely is one of those of just having a serviceable, play caller, making the right throws when you need them. But that whole division stinks.
A mess. Philly, a mess. Giants, a mess. Cowboys, mess.
One game, one win has you in first place right now.
That sucks.
One win.
The Cowboys should be 0-4 right now, but the Falcons, the Falcons gonna Falcons. But the defense is atrocious, man. Like I can run a post route for a touchdown on them, and I'm fat and old. But go ahead, Guru. We gonna let you speak up for your boys.
all right, thank you, fellas. Well, I will say this. Look, I have to agree. We stink. I've never seen our defense as bad as I've ever seen it. I've been watching a lot of Cowboy football through the years, and look, we stink. But I will say this. even though our division is really bad, we'll sweep our division. Like we'll beat Washington twice, we'll beat Philly twice, we'll beat the Giants twice, and we'll make the playoffs. But we're not going to do very good because we don't have a defense. We're just going to have to somehow try to rebuild next year. Our offensive line is bad. We don't have a real general manager because our owner wants to pick the players, and that's been our downfall for the last 25 years. But I will say this: we'll finish with a winning record. You remember I said this: the Dallas Cowboys will finish with a winning record. We'll win the NFC East, and we'll get in the playoffs.
So you
Now, I do.
well, if y'all lose 5 more games, which I think y'all will. Hello, all right, go ahead, Guru.
I think we're the best in our division. And all you gotta do is win your division.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but to me, well, yeah, the NFC East is the NFC least right now. Like they're playing real
Yeah.
trash. Let me go back into these comments. So we got Jose's here. What's up, Jose? He says he got tossed in the fire too soon. I'm guessing that's about Dwayne Haskins because Brett Favre played with a broken thumb. No excuses. Yeah, Brett Favre is a legend. The NFL, the problem with and this. Oh, I like this one. And I like this one, and it's kind of speak to what I said. And Jose, I think you're 1,000% right. The problem with the NFL is no one wants to develop the QB position anymore. They want these guys to come in and perform, and that's dumb. Like it's just like you could go to any job and start as a worker, and then end up being a manager because you've been there long enough and you figure out how everything works. But in the NFL, if you ain't manager material off the gate, you're gonna get shipped out. And I think Jose. I think you're right, man, and I think that's the problem. Like a lot of these guys, some guys they develop that shows nothing, but a lot of young guys don't get a fair shake. Like I'm not gonna keep mentioning Josh Rosen, but that's my guy. I got to keep mentioning because
And he's another one. I won't make it just about race, but these guys expect to come in. They highly touted it, and because they're not lighting it up off the break against veteran NFL players, somehow they're a bust. It takes about 3-4 years for a quarterback to really develop in the NFL. Really, it takes about 3-4 years before you really know what you got. Sometimes you can tell early, but like Dwayne Haskins, when you play in the Big 10, Big 12, or whatever, like Tom Brady, and you put up the numbers he did, you know that he can play. He just has to be groomed. And the expectations just need to be tempered for at least 2 more seasons. But let the man get some belts. You don't judge a quarterback until he gets 32 games under his belt. That's my rule. And this man has only had 13. He's not playing well, so you do replace him to try to get. In the long term, you might have a really good quarterback on your hands. And it's too far to judge it, too early to judge him.
The NFL is not like that no more, Guru. I think what you said is perfectly fine, and I think if it was like that, if they had that system, but like Jose said, they don't take the time to develop any quarterbacks. It's only a few of them that got developed for a long time, and it for sure ain't the brother quarterbacks. But speaking of a quarterback that's been developing for a while, and I guess we can.
Well, one of them is. One of them he's in Green Bay. He's definitely going to take some time to develop.
Who love
as he should.
Yep.
As he should. He shouldn't. No one should ever expect him to come in and right the ship or steady the ship. This kid is 22 years old. He's got a lot to learn about the NFL, and it's going to take at least a couple years under his belt.
Yeah, but that's. I mean, he's only getting a good one because the coach drafted him. He'll be a success. His success depends on Matt LaFleur and how long he's being there and how long he's being successful with the Green Bay Packers. Like a lot of these guys don't get developed because their coach gets shipped out of town or their coach is just like they don't know what they're doing. So
yeah,
I don't know. The NFL is kind of like it's weird. Like you see a lot of young quarterback play. There's people playing at a high level, but at the same time, like even though you guys want to clown on my boy Baker Mayfield, he didn't. He's not. We got to give him the same respect, man. He didn't really have the most stable offensive coaches, but now he got a little stability behind him. Let's see what he does this year. But same thing, man. Like we trying to rush into the like. Remember when guys used to get drafted first overall and they used to be benched for like the first 2-3 years of their career, and then they come in. Like it's like the NFL is just like, what have you done for me lately? Or we want you to do it right now. Go. And I don't think that's the right method. But we have one quarterback that's been developing from day one, and I don't know if he's good or if he's good or bad. But since we talked about the Cowboys, we spoke on the Washington football team. We're gonna talk about the Las Vegas Raiders. They lost. They lost. I think they lost to the Bills. We have the same problems that the Cowboys have. Our defense can't stop nothing with the secondary. Like they got Eric Harris back there getting smoked. Abrams getting smoked, making bonehead decisions. And Carr, and he's doing okay, but he's not leading the. He's not lighting it up. He's not opening up the offense. Our one trick pony is just really, Josh Jacobs was getting hurt. So do you think it's time? Excuse me, because I'm on Raiders Twitter and Raiders Facebook page, and a lot of Raiders fans is calling for Derek Carr to be benched. Do y'all think he needs to be benched? I'm gonna let Tito go first. Guru, I know you kind of want to dig it.
Tito, yeah.
You let Tito go first.
For sure. I'd give him one more game. I mean, if anything, I think I've been on the record. I would have started the season with him on the bench. Um, that's just me. See what you have. If you really think you have a winning team, Mariota, I mean, we haven't heard anything from Mariota, and obviously because of, COVID, like no preseason. If we would have had a preseason game and Mariota would have went nuts or anything like that, I mean, we probably would have seen him a lot sooner, in my opinion. If that was the case. What I saw from Carr though the past two games though is he's very scared in the pocket, and I don't understand where that's coming from. I don't know if it's PTSD from the injury or anything like that, but it's like, I mean, just that little snippet I tweeted you, Ramir.
Where he was on hot potato 10 and he just trying to,
yeah, where he literally just handed the ball away, dude. And it's like, dude, you're being tackled. Like, you definitely could have gone down with the ball. Like, what are you doing? And it's like, I don't know. There's a lot of these like dumb little mistakes that he's kind of doing, or at least the past two games. So I still think, I think the Raiders are a playoff team. I think they have enough. In my opinion, but it really does come down to what Carr is doing. And if he's not going to play at high caliber, you do got to sit him. Like, just do it. I mean, it's, like you said, man, call a spade a spade. When it comes down to is the NFL, it's not going to change. They don't develop, it's like, it really is. What have you done for me lately? It really is about short-term success. It really is GTR sports motto, go for broke. If you're going to win, do it. Like, just make the switch and see what you have. And if not, ride and die, like if your team's going to suck, then your team's going to suck. Like, get a high draft pick. Hopefully don't trade it. Don't be a Bill O'Brien. But I do think that I'd give him one more game, but I don't think we'd see it though. I think Gruden would be a little bit too prideful in saying, all right, this is my guy. Or
go ahead, Guru.
Well, I really think that, Derek Carr has a lot of games under his belt, and he's expected to win. And he's expected to beat teams that he needs to beat in order to get to that next. I'm surprised if he doesn't perform well. I don't think he will be. I just think that they're going to try to ride him out. I think fake. When he says, I'm tired of losing, well, you the reason they lost that game, Derek Carr. So if you're not competitive against the Chiefs, and notice I didn't say win. I didn't say win. He don't have to win. He has to be competitive. They have to be in that game, and they have to be in that game because of Derek Carr. And if not, then you have to think about, okay, yeah, maybe, but don't pull the plug yet. Let's see how well he performs against the Kansas City Chiefs. If he lays an egg, then you might have something to think about there. What about
he's been in the league since 2014, he's been a starter for a long time. And I don't know, some part of every athlete or every person, you kind of know if they got the it factor, if they got what it takes to really take a team to the next level. And for him to do that hot potato play, it's like, man, it's like, dang, Derek Carr, that's just dumb boneheaded decisions you always do. Like if they would, why would you even put yourself in a position to where you throwing a ball like that? Like just go down with it, make the smart decision. And it's like he's making decisions because he's like either he's scared to get tackled or he's trying to make something out of nothing. And making something out of nothing when it's like something out of little stuff there, that's really something out of nothing. But it was nothing. And he makes like boneheaded decisions, and it's like he doesn't throw the ball downfield. Like even that play, even that touchdown he threw to what's your guy name, Guru? Dang it, why am I forgetting his name? Because he's not a real Raider. That's why. But what's his name? The touchdown pass he threw to Jason Witten. He missed him the first 3 seconds. The first, the 3 count that they give quarterbacks to throw the ball, yeah. He missed it. Like he was right there. He was right there, wide open. Luckily, on a scramble, Jason Witten being man, he literally solidified why he's on the Raiders team right now. He made a smart play by rolling with Derek Carr, knowing that he was still open and waving his hands the whole time. And Derek Carr hit him on the last play. Like, that was a real positive play, and I really like that Derek Carr did that. But it's like in the first couple seconds, you being in this offense for three seasons and really being a starting quarterback in the NFL for the last 6 seasons, you should be able to hit that play the first 3 seconds in a quarterback count. And I'm not saying I don't believe in Derek Carr, but I do think if he lays an egg this game, you got to start thinking about bringing in Mariota. And it's not a pride thing because, it'd be a good thing because Mariota is the only quarterback, not the only quarterback, but he's the quarterback that John Gruden and Mike Mayock brought in, not through the draft, but they had to sit down and agree that, all right, we want to bring this guy in besides getting to Oakland, and Derek Carr is already there. So I wouldn't be surprised if they went somewhere else. Derek Carr has what it – it's like the Raiders are losing games. Like, since it's not 100% the offense losing the games, I think he's having a little bit leeway this season because our defense sucks so bad. Like we just now got a couple of sacks from Mad Max Crosby, but our safety play atrocious. Like we need Earl Thomas. We need all these, we need these safeties out there that can make smart decisions that not get burnt. Because our secondary, like I said, our secondary is hurt. I told you guys, we're hurt. We're not playing smart. I think we might lose this game. And they had Josh Allen out there looking like a smart star, which he kind of is. Which he is. MVP race right now is between 3 quarterbacks, and that's Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, Josh Allen. But we can get into that another show. But I think the Raiders right now it's a make or break weekend for us. Like it's like how you guys wanted to see you guys saying the next 6 games is gonna tell whatever. The next 6 game is gonna tell the rest of Derek Carr's life. If he's gonna be a stud quarterback who can be like one of the not say great, but one of the, like a real serviceable quarterback, or he was a guy who had it and they just had to let him go.
I agree. I agree with you.
You're right.
Because we play in a tough division. We play KC on Sunday. KC is the best team in the league. And, like, I know you said it, we said the Raiders are a playoff team, but it's like the same thing with the Ravens. Like, we have to get past the Kansas City Chiefs every year. Like, we don't face them one-off and maybe in the playoffs. We face them twice a year every year. And that's going to be a problem. And you need a quarterback that can really be a part of this shootout. And you need the players. Like, and I'll admit Ruggs, he out of all the rookie receivers, like I said, I wanted Jared Judy. That's who I thought they were going to draft. That's who I picked in my thing. But Ruggs, he hasn't looked impressive. Like he's been hurt. He's just been hurt. He's been hurt, and he plays for an offense where they don't throw it down the field. Like you got second, third string quarterbacks in Denver just launching the ball 50 yards, believing in their rookie wide receivers because they go for broke. Like they have nothing to lose, and Derek Carr just I know I'm rambling a lot because I'm a Raider fan, but Derek Carr seems like he has a lot to lose and he's thinking a lot, and he doesn't make the plays that he should make. And I'm tired of it. I'm gonna just say it first here on GRT Sports on Casual
Say it.
Conversations with the homies. Bench him. I'm done with him. I'm done with losing, dude. I'm 32 years old. I only seen 3 winning seasons my whole lifetime with the Raiders.
You deserve a winning season.
Yeah, let's go 2000, 2001 Super Bowl run. And then Derek Carr's playoff run when he got hurt a couple of years ago. But other than that, it's all the same thing, man. Like my buddy sent me a gift this morning, or he sent me a picture this morning, and he's a big Raider fan. And it's a step to being a Raider fan. And he says, I'm gonna show you guys. It says, I get what is that? He said, I get my hopes up. Oh yeah, can you see it? I get my hopes up.
Yeah.
I get disappointed. I start believing again, and it's like a full cycle, man. And I'm like, I'm kind of like we all know. I started believing again, and I got my hopes up when the season started. But now I'm starting to get disappointed again with the play of the offense, and it's just the same old thing, man. Like how many years as me are you guys watching the Raiders seeing the DBs getting torched off of bonehead decisions? Like they always. Man, how many years? I'm tired of it, man. Like Guru, I'm not a Cowboys fan. Like I bleed silver and black my rest of my life, but at the same time, I be realistic about the situation. Like I won't be surprised if Dak Prescott played for the Raiders, and that'd be a good upgrade because at least I know he'll sling the ball. Derek Carr.
He's going to run Gruden's offense. He's going to run Gruden's offense, and he can push the ball.
Yeah, Derek Carr.
He won't be checked.
He has what he seemed like he has what it takes, but he don't have that X factor, and quarterbacks need that X factor. Jose just said something about Brett Favre, like X factor. Like all the great quarterbacks are the ones who's like stars. Even Lamar Jackson, he has an X factor, and I'm like kind of down on him a little bit.
Star.
But Patrick Mahomes, X factor. Aaron Rodgers, X factor. Russell Wilson, X factor. Like, and then losing quarterbacks, they don't have it. Matt Ryan, he doesn't have it. Derek Carr, he doesn't have it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm tired of it. I think the Raiders, if this Sunday, if he doesn't, I'm not saying he should win the game because KC is the best team in the league. But if he shows some fear, like going out there playing fearful and like timid, I don't want him, man. I'm tired of seeing it. Like I said last year, I'm at the last game at the Raiders Stadium, and the last game I ever see at the stadium is Derek Carr not going for the touchdown on a 4th down play, and he's throwing it out of bounds. Like how is that even possible? The last play where he can still win the game, and it's 4th down, and the last game in Oakland ever, and you throw it away. Like, just try to, like, even if it takes your body to go try to rush for a touchdown, he didn't try to do that. And that's what he doesn't do. He don't try to do nothing to win us the game. Like, he wants to, like, clap it up and, raise the roof when it's, like, positive plays. But it's like, you have negative plays, too, dude. I'm tired of shining up, all the time and not calling for what it is. Like, I'm done, dude. They kind of got me beat up, and I'm guessing the fact that I don't see him every day because he's not in Oakland. I don't ride by him. I don't see him practicing. That it's easier for me to disconnect with them and really call him out. Because John Gruden he's feels safe. He has that 10-year deal. He knows he's not going to go nowhere, so he has the time to develop or do whatever he wants to. But to me, you do that with somebody else because Derek Carr is not that guy. He's not showing that he can be that guy. Our receivers we have good receivers, man. We got our number 1 draft pick is not our top priority receiver because everybody else is playing good. The whole Raiders, like if you watch the games, Edwards is the rookie that was impressive before he got hurt, and you see Renfro out there, and he really has heart. Now I kind of get when Mike Mayock said the guy is quicker than he is fast, and he moves and he just zoom 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 zoom. Like he hits those like Walker plays, those Walker slot type of plays that he does. And oh man, I'm sorry guys. I know I kind of dragged the Raider talk to like 10 minutes, but I'm just tired of watching it, man. Like you watching the same game, and I know Mariota just got upgraded off the IR this week, so maybe we'll see him in the future because the Raiders. Derek Carr has no excuse right now. He got the Kobe sleeve on. He got a good running game. Tight end is like a good.
Well, speaking of your division, the San Diego Chargers
was my next story.
Have made.
Go ahead.
There you
go. Guru.
No, I just said no. I mean, he's the starter now. I think it's kind of you're not supposed to lose your starting job due to injury, but you can. However, this was self-inflicted by the trainer of the damn football team. You're gonna puncture this man's damn lung, damn near kill him before the game. Mind you, Herbert has played good. I'm not going to take anything away from him, but he still hasn't won a game yet. Like you said, you can put up those numbers, but if you're not winning, you're not winning. And he threw a boneheaded interception at the end of that Tampa Bay game when he could have led him to victory. And I'm not saying, look, he has an arm. He can do amazing things.
You talking about Justin Herbert, right?
Yeah, Justin Herbert. But I just don't like the fact that Tyrod Taylor is now relegated to backup duty. And his market is going to be short. And this is not so much a football matter to me. This is a legal matter. And if I was him, I would sue the San Diego Chargers medical staff. Because he's going to lose millions. This is his audition. He can't audition now because eventually it was going to be Herbert's team anyway. But this was his chance to audition for other teams. I don't think there's going to be a big market for Tyrod Taylor at 32, 33 years old.
He'll find a home.
Good.
He'll find a home. I mean, he's been employed. I don't think that'd be an issue in my opinion. I want to go back to something that I've said before in the show that you just finished saying. I know that GRT doesn't have this power, but I just want to put it to bed where we keep saying you're not supposed to lose, unspoken rule, right? You're not supposed to lose your job over an injury. Let's just put it to bed because guess what? It's always happening. It's going to continue to happen. The last couple of times that has been. So like, let's just say the new rule is you are going to lose your job due to injury. Because it's happening way more often than not, in my opinion. So that's just my first real point of just saying, let's just put that to bed and say, look, if you're getting hurt and somebody comes in and shows glimpses of being capable, you're going to lose your job because it's happened way too often, more times than not, in my opinion. Tyrod Taylor, though, man, I know what you're saying. I had high hopes for him in that offense. I mean, he's definitely found some success with Anthony Lynn, and if Anthony Lynn stays there, Tyrod's gonna stay employed, man. Like that guy, regardless of the matter of him being a starter, which I think he's capable of, I think they should give him at least another look. In my honest opinion, I mean, we just had a segment of talking about developing quarterbacks, right? Like how much benefit would Herbert get? I mean. Yeah. I think he would benefit from it. Sit him down a couple of games and go back to the drawing board because he's good. He's definitely good. He's showing glimpses of winning some football games, but that one costly mistake, right? Like it literally is like perfecting the process, like refine yourself. Sit a year, man. Like put him on the Mahomes kind of path, where for a fact what you have, and do it, but. Then again, they're in a hole already, right? Like they are
1-3.
I'm trying to look up. Yeah, 1-3 in a division that this year I think you're gonna see a lot more teams kind of making these rash decisions because you have an extra playoff team. They expanded the playoffs. I completely forgot about that. So it's like because of it, an extra team gets in. You're going to see other teams going for broke. You're going to see teams saying, all right, let me try this. Let me try that. But I do think that, Tyrod's going to be fine, in my opinion. I think he will find a job. He showed it in Cleveland. He's showing it now in with the Chargers. But I think the Chargers signed him for 2 years. I think it's not just a one and done. I think he's actually there for...
No, this is the second year.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So... I think he stays there, though, in my opinion. But
I think he's out. I think he's out. Tyrod Taylor got the weirdest NFL career ever, man. He gets drafted by the Ravens. He plays a little bit behind Joe Flacco. Then he plays a little bit and has a little bit of success, but they wasn't ready to go for that type of style. A couple of years later, they draft Lamar Jackson and completely 180 to adopt that style. He goes to the Buffalo Bills. He leads them to a playoff win. whatever reasons he's not named the starter the next season, and he gets traded to the Cleveland Browns. He plays pretty good. He gets hurt. He gets hurt on a Thursday night football game. Baker Mayfield comes in and he looks pretty impressive. And they stay with Baker Mayfield. Same thing happened in SD, but this one is totally different. He get hurt by a team doctor. He gets his rib is cracked. He takes a cortisone shot before the game starts, 5 minutes before, puncture his lung. You tell Justin Herbert he's playing. Justin Herbert looks okay in his debut. Justin Herbert looks okay next week. Justin Herbert looks really good when he plays against Tom Brady. I know they lost, but he looked he looked real good. The receivers was playing pretty good. They played at a high level. They didn't play at that slow pace. Tyrod Taylor gets, he gets told that his job is like gone, and it's like I'm with you, Guru. Something out of control caused him to lose his job, and it did cost him millions of dollars. Because let's just say per se he would have won like 9, 10 games. He did have to get a big contract from somebody next season, but now he's not going to get that. He's going to get backup money because he's a good serviceable backup, and he is a good NFL player. Like nobody's not saying Tyrod is not good, but man, if it was one guy who stepped on walked under a ladder, stepped on broke a mirror, it has to be that guy because his luck is just whatever. But he's a millionaire, so I don't feel too sorry for him.
Yeah, it's always next man up. You never know when a quarterback goes down, so he's still very valuable, even if he, like you said, is a backup.
Me, if they keep Anthony Lynn, they will have a good system. Like Justin Herbert, he can develop like we just said, developing quarterbacks. If he can develop more in that system, like that's a good. Like the Patrick Mahomes is a good example because he did get drafted. And he did sit. Was it 2 years or 1 year? He sat 1 year to learn the offense, and he sat behind Alex Smith. And then once he kind of got that knowledge of the offense, and he admitted it was halfway knowledge of the offense, it was good for him to flourish in it. So if Anthony Lynn is still there, I think it'd be good for Justin Herbert. Even if they take Justin Herbert out and bench him this season, like you could bench him from a season or two, but the kid's impressive. He's a real tall guy. He has some athleticism to him. Like he runs the ball. But anyway, enough of that. Let's talk about Joe Burrow real fast. Like I know we've been talking for a while, but I just wanted to talk about Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow, he looks good as a quarterback though. He's impressive. I think to me, he's taking the Bengals. They won their first game, and I can see them. Well, y'all want to do picks this week, right? Yeah, I do, right? Juan, you got the picks?
Yeah,
we can. Yeah,
right.
We can go. We can
so
fire.
We'll spit fire. So last topic: the NFL and COVID. A lot of things are coming around down. NFL is changing games. I don't understand why the NFL just won't shut down for 2 weeks. Shut down everybody for 2 weeks. Extend everything. What do you guys think about the NFL COVID thing? That's my thing. I think it should shut down for 2 weeks. It's simple. I think it was a disgrace that the Patriots had to play the KC without Cam Newton. They should have sat down everybody because somebody could have had COVID. Lo and behold, Stephon Gilmore has COVID. He played in the game. I'm pretty sure he passed it to somebody. They said the tests are negative thus far, but I don't know. What do you guys think? COVID in the NFL, go.
Well, I just really feel like a tricky situation because the NFL only has like 2 or 3 weeks of wiggle room to play with based on the scheduling for the 4 months. So there has to be just tight. I know they have strict protocols in place for teams and players for each organization to adhere to as far as what they should and should not do, or, when they're away from the facility. They're going to start fining teams very heavily for indiscretions. As far as the virus is concerned, but I don't think you can shut it down for 2 weeks. Like this, it's just too tricky. And look, we're going to have more. Hopefully, not too many, but we're going to have a few more positive COVID cases. And we just gonna have to manage the best we can and just get through this terrible year.
Yeah, I mean, it's the NFL, I think we've covered it in length in this show, where they're not going to change. If they were going to shut it down, they're going to shut it down. I don't see it happening. COVID's not going away though. So it's like people are going to continue to get it. It's just really how they react and how they're doing it. Um, the only way that I do think they'll start, sitting or changing is if it starts affecting, some of these billionaires' pockets. Vegas, if Vegas gets involved, some of these betting, where just if people start losing a lot of money, guess what? That's when we'll probably see some real change with it. But
Oh yeah.
I think, I think it's going to stay the same.
Yeah, to me, I think they should just shut it down for a couple of weeks. Stop shuffling the schedule. Just shut it down for 2 weeks until they quarantine all the players, make them stay at home. And if they come back and if any like somebody tests positive and when they come back, that's on them. Let the season go.
I don't know if I could take 2 weeks away, man. I might get the shakes or
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
something. No, I understand that.
but it is what it is. I don't know. Like the don't be afraid of COVID. Nah, I'm just joking. That's a presidential quote right there.
His idol, Donald Trump.
That's not my idol, man. Get out of here. But I will say this. Nah, I'm just joking.
I'm just a fly on the wall, dude.
Now I don't dig too much into politics. At the end of the day, when it comes to whoever's doing what, I'm a man of myself. I control my own life, and if Joe Biden's the president, if Donald Trump is the president, it doesn't matter to me. Like it's cool. I got to still live my life for me.
You're right. Yep.
But
I'm still an American. I'm gonna go about my life.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go about my way of doing things.
Yeah. But as far as COVID, I hope we can solve it.
I agree.
But I will say this. I didn't think he was wrong when he said don't be afraid of COVID. Like, they tell us not to be afraid of like cancer and other stuff. But anyway, let's do the pick'ems. Let's do the picks. Let's do some quick hit picks.
Let's go. Let's try and power this through. I know we've been I know we've gone gone a little extra today, but it's Saturday. We ain't got anything to do, right?
I'm chilling.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Chilling.
Yeah,
Oh,
same
hold on,
here.
let me get
man.
my
Chilling.
I don't got the scores from last week, but I'll tally them up eventually and put them back on here.
Yeah. I'm good again, man. So you guys are probably caught up to me already. I've had 2 bad weeks, man. I need to turn it around.
Let's see who did you lost. You lost against the Indianapolis. You picked Jacksonville. Yeah, I won Jacksonville. I won Cleveland. Let's go, man. I had a good week last week.
Yeah, I think you actually came out.
Yeah, it's me. It's me, baby.
Let's go. All right, we going. I'm going for your title, Ramir. Let's do this. All right, so the first game we have right here, we have Carolina versus Atlanta. Oh, Atlanta. Atlanta's actually favored, shocking, by 2 points.
I got damn man, I feel like I say this every week, dude. I got man. Obviously,
Just do it, man.
man, I want to say Julio Jones is not going to lose to a divisional opponent like this, man. I have to believe that he's going to try to step up, but they lost to the Saints already. Is it time to bench Matt Ryan, man? Let's talk about it real fast. Yes or no on a quick hit.
What's their record?
They're 0-4.
They're 0-4.
You know what? I don't think they will. What other option do they have?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think anybody's back there.
No, I don't think that's it. I mean, he needs to win.
Wait, what's that guy? He's been playing for the ATL for the longest. He might still be there.
Matt Schaub?
Yeah, he might still be there.
I believe he is.
He might be the guy back there.
Dude, if I had that contract that the Texans gave me, I'd still be a backup too.
Yeah, but all right, I got ATL. I'm gonna just do it. I got ATL.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going with Teddy Bridgewater starting to find his rhythm right now. Carolina Panthers are starting to believe a little bit. They're 2-2, which is something I can't say about my team. I'm gonna go with Carolina. I think they're feeling kind of happy.
Although I would want to go with Guru's second favorite team, Carolina. You heard it here. He's been high on them all season. I think it's Bridgewater. Maybe he should go play for Dallas, but I'm actually gonna
Congrats.
go with you, Raymir. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm doing this. Atlanta keeps breaking my heart. I'm not a fan by no means, but I'm gonna say Atlanta here.
Yeah. Don't break my heart. My
All
egg
right.
can break
All
your
righty.
heart. All right, next
You
game.
guys tussled with it.
Yeah, the game. Although I've told you, Guru, I'm high on Carolina's receivers. I'm a big fan of Moore, man.
Yeah, I
But
like Bridgewater. I think he's gonna have a great season. So, but anyway,
the next game we have on the docket is a game that Rainier probably doesn't want to see. You have Las Vegas versus KC. KC is favored by 11.
KC, like, this put me down for KC.
I'm gonna say KC.
I'm not gonna do
Right
it two
here.
weeks in a row. So I'm going with Las Vegas.
Oh
All
my!
right,
Wait a minute. Are
all
you
right.
sure?
Man,
Do it,
I
Rainier.
can't. I'm not
Do
gonna.
it.
I picked the Raiders to lose last week, and I like to feel like I'm the reason why they lost. So I'm gonna go.
Yeah, they let me down, man. They let me down. I think I was the only one that went with the Raiders
Yeah,
last week.
yeah. That was a dumb move.
Next game we have Arizona versus New York Giants. Man, this game's gonna suck. Arizona is favored by 7. I have
Arizona.
Arizona.
Yeah, I have Arizona.
Guru,
Arizona.
you said Arizona, right?
Arizona.
All right.
Arizona.
Next game we have Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh favored by 7.
Pittsburgh.
I got Pittsburgh as well.
Yeah, Pitt.
Hey man, sneaky Pitt. They're 3-0. Watch out for them. Next game is the game that I'm in sure gonna stream it. Um, the Rams versus Washington. Rams are favored by 7.
Yeah, I'm
Rams.
going Rams.
I, but against my better judgment, I'm gonna take a page out of Ramir's book. I'm gonna take a page out of Guru's book. I'm gonna say Washington here. There's no real reason other than I'm a fan.
Okay. 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 Fair enough.
Man, you're crazy.
Put this out there like that. Okay.
Yeah. Next game is we have Cincinnati, the Cincinnati Burrows versus the Baltimore Ravens. Ravens are favored by 12. I got Baltimore here.
Raven. Raven.
Um, dang it. I said Joe Burrow and them might win this game, but I'm gonna go Ravens.
All right. The next game, on paper, another boo boo game, but we'll see. Jacksonville versus Houston. Houston is favored by 5.5, 5.5.
Mm. I hate to say it, but I'm gonna go with the Texans. I think they're gonna open up that playbook a little more for love for my man in Houston, and they're gonna put in a lot of plays that he likes. And I think the defense is gonna, it's gonna be better. So Houston for me.
I guess Houston. Yeah.
I'm gonna go Houston as well. I don't trust their defense though. The past 4 games. I mean, as much as Bill O'Brien sucked, I don't trust their defense. And Jacksonville has a pretty good offense, but that Jacksonville loss to Dolphins scared me to not kind of to not pick them.
Right.
um, but I'm gonna go Houston. I just wanted to throw that little tidbit if anybody out there is listening. um,
Right.
Though that's it for the morning games. For the afternoon games, we have Miami versus San Francisco. San Fran is favored by 8.
Now is Jimmy G back or not?
Jimmy G is playing. They did come out and say he's playing.
I go San Francisco.
You know what? I'm going with Miami. I'm feeling something.
Guru,
Feeling stupid.
guru,
That's all right.
guru. Well, call me
I'm feeling
stupid because
something.
I'm going to Miami too, man.
Man,
Yeah,
y'all crazy.
to the what? I
I
feel
mean, I took
something. Get on
Washington.
board.
You can definitely call me stupid,
Jimmy
man.
G don't lose,
Um,
man. George Kittle, man, get out of here. Y'all tripping. Y'all
he loses.
tripping.
He,
Tripping. I'm
I don't
sorry.
know, man.
I'm sorry.
All right, you know what? Nah, you know what? I'm gonna write it. You almost had me change it, Ramir, but nah, I'm gonna write it. I said it. I'm gonna own it.
Miami. There
Uh,
you go.
Next game is Indianapolis and my favorite quarterback, Philip Rivers, and versus Cleveland, with Guru's favorite quarterback. Not Guru, sorry, Ramir's favorite quarterback, Baker Mayfield. Um, this one is a pick 'em, guys. Guess what? The line is at 0. Um, I'm gonna say Indianapolis,
Who are they playing?
Cleveland.
Oh, Indianapolis.
I think about. I'm going with Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Steams. They're gonna. Man, I don't understand why y'all like. Are y'all watching the same game I'm watching? Like,
Are
Yeah.
you watching the Colts?
yeah, I am. But to me, are you watching the? Are you? Never mind. I'm gonna just quickly say this: the
Dude,
Cleveland.
I know why you're picking Cleveland. I know why you're picking Cleveland. Their
Because it'll
offense
be
is
the more
definitely
interesting.
scary. OBJ gets in the rhythm, forget it. But Indianapolis has a good defense, man. I've always liked Indianapolis
To me,
defense. They have that rookie, who is it? Leonard? That
Yeah.
linebacker is definitely a difference maker, man. He's not a well-known name, but that guy to me is the next London Fletcher. That's just me.
Damn. That's saying a lot.
I'm
That's saying a lot.
high on Indianapolis, but that's just me, man. Um, the next game, next afternoon game, is Guru's invested game. You have the New York G-Men Giants versus Dallas. Dallas is favored by 8.5.
Cowboys all day. Come on, get on board. Get on board,
wait,
fellas.
you
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 already
said
know.
who they
Get on board.
playing?
The Giants.
Giants.
Also, the
Come on,
Jets
get
is
on
playing
board.
Arizona then, huh? Okay, I
Yeah,
got it. I got it right now. Oh, I got Dallas.
Get on board. Yeah, there y'all
I
go.
I
Get
got
on board.
Dallas too. They let me
Yeah.
down last week, but
We won't let you
then you
down this
have
week.
Sunday night game. I mean, they probably won't let me down and lose. But I'm picking Dallas. um, the next one is the night game. After evening game, you have Minnesota versus the Russell Wilsons. I mean Seattle. You have Seattle favored by 7. I got Seattle here,
Seattle.
Seattle.
and then we have 2 Monday night games.
Yeah.
Obviously, the game that got moved. You got Denver and New England. New England is favored by 8.
Over who?
Denver.
Oh, New England.
Is Cam Newton playing?
It's it's up in the air, man. I know that Bill Belichick said he's not practicing, so he didn't practice yesterday. Didn't I don't know if they had practice today. Um, I don't know. I
Darius Leonard will not be playing this week for the Colts. He will be out. Anthony Costanzo, the tackle, will be out. Linebacker Anthony
uh,
Walker for the Indianapolis will be
So,
out.
are you guys switching to?
I'm
I'm
not.
still
I'm
I'm
riding
still
Indianapolis.
sticking with them, but they're missing some key players.
All right.
All
I
Cleveland
got
misses
New
is
England. I
leading.
guess I'm gonna go New England. Who you going with, Tito?
I I'm I'm gonna say Denver. I'm just going with my gut here. Let's go. I don't think Cam plays. If Cam plays, New England wins hands down. Um, I don't think he plays though. That's just me.
And what's the name sucks? That
Yeah,
quarterback.
we'll talk about them after we do the picks because I think we missed that one for sure. But go ahead. What's the last one? Oh, no. What's the last?
Last game is the real Monday night game. Nah, they're both Monday night. They're both real. You have the Chargers versus New Orleans. Man, why is New Orleans getting all this TV time? What the hell,
No.
man? Get them off my TV. New Orleans is favored by 8.5. I'm gonna say Chargers.
I'm with Chargers. I
Ooh.
think their defense gonna get after that old man. They're gonna get after that old man.
Yeah, I got Chargers. Michael
If it-
Thomas is out, so
They need to win something bad.
yeah, I'm going with Chargers. Chargers. The Chargers.
Chargers. Go Chargers.
Is that
I
it's
want
no?
to sleep with my
That's
baby
it.
so I can have a baby.
That's it.
All right.
Yeah, we have our first bye weeks. We have our first bye week. So there's several teams. The only one I can remember is really important to me is Green Bay. What a performance Aaron Rodgers put last week, right, guys?
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
It was
sure.
respectable.
Man, get out of here, Remy.
Yeah, it's good.
He looked like the old Aaron
Yeah, he's
Rodgers.
good. He's good. He's on Pat McAfee saying his off years is average years for quarterback. So he had a point.
Wait. Who, I'm looking
At
at the
least
who said tie? Jose said tie to what game?
Let's see. Him and Gilmore might be out. He has to. So let's see. He says Colts. Let's go in order. So we got Colts. So Colts,
he said
Dallas.
since he upset. Oh wow. Kev
since he
said him and
upset,
Gilbert might be. Yep.
I'll buy him a
Denver.
cake
Yep.
if they win.
Dang, no Cam Newton. Dang, Stidham and Hoyer
No, the other
looked at trash.
suck. They
Yep.
suck. Hoyer, I don't know how he keeps getting jobs and he keeps coming back. Like obviously he don't know the damn system. Obviously he doesn't. He looks horrible on those interception throws. That is not someone who knows who Belichick's system, man. Look, garbage.
Yeah, garbage.
He said the
How is
Chargers
he
is a
standing?
tie, by the way.
The Chargers, the
Nah.
Chargers versus.
Oh, maybe not. No, I think he rooted in Chargers. I'm trying to see tie. Which one did he say tie? That's
I
hella.
think it might be Dallas versus the
Oh
Giants.
yeah. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, to me. But back to Cam Newton and the New England Patriots. Yeah, Cam Newton. He's proved. I mean, I think personally the Cam can never come back this season for the Patriots, and he's gonna get paid the offseason
Yeah.
because they looked at horrible, and he's been letting them play up to
Well,
like winning every single game they in.
yeah. I think the Patriots pay him. I think he stays with the Patriots.
Yeah, I can see them. I can see him staying and them drafting like a guy in the second, third round. I can see that. But yeah, they looked at horrible. Like they could have beat KC. They could have did me a favor and beat the Chiefs. But Cam Newton had Corona, man. That kind of threw it off. They should have canceled the game. Messed up my sports line. I would have been. Well, I'd have been like, I'd only lost 3 games if they would have won that. But anyway, anything else before we get out of here? Guru, you there?
They might have froze.
All right, we'll wait till Guru gets back. Come on, Guru. Oh no, he's gone. Guru is gone, everybody.
Left.
No. So Guru is gone.
Can you hear me?
All right.
Can you
Now
hear
he's
me?
there
back.
he is.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. I froze, I guess. I don't know what
Yeah,
happened.
you're back now. That's all that matters. You're back. Guru, come back. We still got it.
Yeah, so the one thing I gotta say is that Tom Brady and Drew Brees are so far answering the bell in the first quarter of the season. Now let's go to the second quarter, which is the next 4 games. Let's make sure we continue to monitor them and watch their cliff slowly decline.
I hear you, but I think Tom Brady's been proving you wrong this season. 5 touchdowns. I mean,
So
he
far,
didn't do too much this past weekend, but he got a young offensive line, and we all know about the Bears' defense and Khalil Mack. So it
He'll
happened how it was supposed to happen.
he'll pop in some ginkgo biloba pills, and he'll remember how many downs there are, and he'll be back.
Give that man an ashwagandha or something, because he just how you forget about that, right?
He was like four more.
It's like, no, it's cool. Stay back, guys. He's all like Shaq. He's like, David, why are you running to
He
the
said,
screen? No, you don't. Why is it safety on this play?
"This is week four. This is week four."
Shaq is funny. Yeah, man. I hope the Raiders get a win this weekend, though. But to me, I'm ready to see Mariota. I'm ready to see something new.
we'll see because I mean, Derek Carr was talking like he was a true leader of that team last week. That's the first time I heard him be demonstrative to where he was like kind of calling out his team around him. I never heard that before. And that just to me it shows a sign of insecurity. Like he knows that desperation is setting in. He knows that these games that are coming up, he's got to win. And if he's tired of losing, then it starts this Sunday.
Yep. Yep. It starts this Sunday. He has to go on the tear. To me, Derek Carr can change the whole Raider season if he completes the passes, if he goes deep, and we win these games. If we win these games, he'll save the franchise. He'll save his future. He'll save everything. But if he lose them, I'll say this: if he plays good and we lose the game, it's not his fault. But if he continue to make boneheaded, scary non-man plays, you got to get him out of there. Like you kind of got to be tough, and you kind of got to have some. You got to have some true grit about you, and he doesn't have that grit right now. And he's been developed for too long, and he's been in the system for all these years. Like to me, system year 3 in the system, you got to be like flourishing now. Like all I hope I have for him in the beginning of the season is dwindling and getting smaller and smaller, and it's just ay ay ay. I'm trying to think about any other teams before I want to get out of here.
Very non-man play.
He needs to hold on. He needs to hold on to that football, man.
And
Like, that guy
run the
fumbles
damn
way too
ball.
much.
Like he don't run like some quarterbacks. He's like he'll slide, right? He's big, he's a little quick on his feet. He won't let his body go forward to like take a hit for that extra yard. He'll dive out of bounds like he did against us. And he got a touchback, which I was thankful for, by the way, a couple of years ago. But he won't do the contact, you know what I'm saying? Or the play against San Diego 2 years ago, he scrambled out, and what harm is it? It's fourth down, throw the ball downfield, and he grounds the ball. So
We lost Guru again, but yeah, Guru, I feel you, man. Me being part of Raider Nation, I think we got some good high hopes, and we could do it, but let's see if he pulls the trigger. Anything else? Any quick hits before we get out of here? Let's see who was in here. Oh, we got Isaac in here. Oh, Isaac. Yeah, Texan. We talked Texan football already, and it's not looking pretty good for me. But we picked him to win this week. We all picked him to win this week because we kind of somewhat believe in Deshaun Watson. I'm kind of 75. I'm kind of 70-30% on him. I think the guys are 80-20% on him. I don't know. To me, you need players. What else? What else is kind of crazy? Earl Thomas didn't get signed by the Texans. That's kind of weird, but I don't know. They're saying it's a personality thing. He's not saying the right things in these interviews, so
wow.
It's just crazy. I don't know. It's crazy. Antonio Brown got 4 more games until the 8th game to where he can potentially come back unless the league wants to suspend him some more for his off-the-field acquisitions. I don't know, man. He does a lot of things to embarrass the league, but to be in trouble off some he say she say where they kind of like stop the court proceedings is it's like, are we really judging these people being real ethical people? And it's like in court, he might do some dumb things with like some people, but we just don't know. So we'll see if he gets back in the league. I think he could be a great asset to the New England Patriots. and the Baltimore Ravens, because the Baltimore Ravens stink. Let me say that, man. They don't stink. They have a winning record, but to me, they don't have no receiver play, man. I don't care what type of quarterback you are. If you're a pro MVP type of quarterback, Pro Bowl, All World, Lamar Jackson, down to Derek Carr, to anybody. If you're not throwing the ball to the receivers, to me, that's not a good sign of the offense. If the receivers not getting the bulk of the plays and the bulk of the yards when it comes to the receiving and yak yards, you have a problem with your team. Nobody on that team receiving wide is scary. I don't know if I'm not watching enough. Like, I watched 2 Baltimore games this year, and I see they got a lot of gadget plays where it comes to like running like the ball. Like, they can run. They have that new running back 23 or 27, who it is, not Ray Rice, but and Mark Ingram and Lamar Jackson.
J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah. And that's cool, but I would like to see more plays to the receivers, man. I think if you're not getting the plays to receivers, I think your offense is in trouble. Like, if think about all the trouble offenses that we named in this show. We talked about the Raiders. Who else did we talk about? The Redskins. Who else stink? The big gas behind you. I think you got I finally figured out what the fog was behind you, Guru, and it was smoke.
Oh, my candle! My candle was like,
sure, the candle. it's candle. But yeah, Lamar Jackson, he's not really. I don't know. I need to see a higher percentage completion, a higher completion percentage to the receivers, and I'm not seeing that. And I'm kind of mad on them right now. Like, I think they can lose this game because Burrow is passing to the receivers. But I think Mixon might be.
Lamar's playing too good for you. Lamar is just playing too good for you. Just say that.
No, he's not.
I mean, he's
he just needs to. I just never. I think it kind of goes back to my high school days of being a quarterback, where I wasn't that fast, and I was a pocket quarterback, and I like to see my quarterbacks throw the ball, and I don't see him throwing the ball too much, and it's like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not on him. I think he's a good quarterback. I don't think they're gonna lose. I think they're gonna go deep into the playoffs. I mean, deep into the season with wins. But I would just personally like to see more passes to the receiver, and maybe adding an Antonio Brown or somebody like that can stretch the field to where you kind of get out the confidence just throwing the ball down there. Because he's a fast.
I think
veteran.
they will add him.
I don't think so. They don't really need him at this point. They're not losing. Like, if they keep winning out.
I know, but you need him to get over the Chiefs hump, because that's their kryptonite. And you need a player like him to get over to at least strike some fear in the KC.
I would argue that they needed Earl Thomas back to beat the Chiefs. And I'm not saying the guy they replaced him with is like spotty, but think about it. Earl Thomas, a lot of, something about him not showing up into meetings, but one thing that got him kicked off the team is he got into a fight with one of the other players, and it's because they didn't do their assignment. To me, you kind of need somebody like that on your team to call out these young, flashy cornerbacks and safeties about where they should be in the play. Like, the Raiders are missing that. The Cowboys are missing that. And I'm not saying the Ravens are a bad team, but when they played the Chiefs, they were missing it that game. So,
look, listen. I'm looking 34 seconds left. Derek Carr just threw. Now it's 34 seconds left. All they got to do is just go.
Are you watching film right now, Guru?
Yeah, it's like he throws a 5-yard out instead of taking a shot at the end zone.
Dang, we got Jose in here. He said sorry about that, Guru, but he says as long as you win, people will forget Ray Lewis was up for murder. Let's just call a spade a spade. Ray Lewis is a murderer. You don't get pictures taken with an all white suit all day and then it disappears unless it has blood on it. Mm-hmm. But we don't have to get too deep into that. But that's why I don't understand why Antonio Brown is not in the league, man. A lot of it is kind of like,
Richard Incognito is.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. Yeah, Richard Incognito is. He's
cancel culture, man. Antonio Brown just messed up in today's world.
Yep,
today's world is completely different. Today's world is completely different than the early 2000s, man. Like, as just to me, that's what it is, man. Like, They just got caught up at the wrong place, wrong time, right? For me, literally wrong time. Antonio Brown got caught in today's world. Today's world does not forgive, especially with social media, the TikTokers, millennials, everything. They don't forgive. Winning, Jose's right though. Winning, you win a chip, you got that ring. Guess what? Everybody's gonna love you, especially in the NFL, where money is king. But that's what I think the difference is. Like Richie Incognito, like that stuff happened early 2000s, man. Like it really is. Like if that happened today, I mean, we can talk about it, and people, you know,
Yeah, anti-bullying.
early 2000s wasn't that, like early 2000s wasn't that far back. I mean, it really isn't. But if we talk about it now, people are gonna be like, man, that happened so long time ago. Like that. Oh, like it
Is
is
that
what
your
it is.
cat?
Like if that happened now, yeah, it is. Yeah, this
Right.
guy, he wants to get out. but but yeah, man. I mean, I think that's what it is, or at least that's my opinion. In that, it's just Antonio Brown got caught up in today's world, and that's why they
He
had to
got
really
made
forgive
too at
him.
the
And
wrong moment.
NFL, Goodell being Goodell, you know.
Yeah. Oh, Kareem Hunt is in the league. Yeah. Hey, why exactly? Why is AB not in the league though? Somebody, I don't understand that. You know what? I think I know what it is. He was in a highly publicized relationship with his fiance, and he had some questionable things to say about some other lady who was accusing him about something, and he had said something that was derogatory. You don't say those things, I guess, but when people be arguing with people, especially when they getting exploited, they're gonna say whatever. Sometimes he just wasn't smart enough to send it through like call her and say it like he like. Oh, and then I forgot the fiasco that he did with the Raiders. Listen, how he showed himself and recorded Gruden, but the camel that broke the straw, and then straw that broke the camel's back was the text message that got leaked. But we'll see, man. Yeah, because Josh Gordon is in the league. A lot of people are in the league for doing what they're doing, but AB is not. So that's just to me, they have a all world.
Is
Right,
Josh Gordon?
he plays for the Seattle Seahawks, right?
Yeah. Oh, okay, that's right.
Yeah, he's in the league. AB's the only one. He's the only one. Only person who didn't get let back in the league was Ray Rice, because he said something dumb after he got caught beating up his wife on camera. Um, but yeah,
No, that video
yeah,
is what got.
yeah. But then Kareem Hunt is in the league, so I don't know how they judging these things.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's crazy. To
Absolutely,
me,
it's crazy.
it's just you just have to impress the right people, man. What else? We shouldn't, and shout out to all the and all the potential victims in these cases. We believe you guys too, but other guys have been victimized, and they're people who victimized them are still in the league. Who else? Before I want to talk about earlier, I think I seen Jose talk about Tua. He said they develop him in Miami. To me, Miami, if Brian Flores is not there for 2 years, they're gonna. I don't know. He has to, for Tua to be successful, he has to keep the same coaching staff in place, at least until next year, until he starts. Do you guys think he's gonna start this year?
I think he does towards the end of the season. I think he came of two.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that's it. Any last words?
No, I'll just say thanks once again. I know that we didn't jump on a regular time Wednesdays and Fridays. Been a little busy, but thanks to all the watchers: Jose, Isaac, Kev, Marcus. Think who else are we missing? Am I missing in the chats? Um, yeah, just thanks for sticking around. Thanks for following us, watching for a little bit. Keep supporting. And we'll definitely throw shout outs out there. Um, but yeah,
Go ahead, Guru. No, Guru's not there.
Guru left.
He didn't leave. Oh, he left. He did
Guru
leave.
took off, man.
All
He said
right.
he didn't want to talk to us anymore. He
Yeah,
made fun of Dallas too much.
there's too many controversial topics. Dang, it's dark over here at my house. Jose, the world needs bullies. If Bill Gates didn't spend hours in his locker room with his with his underwear up his butt, there would be no Microsoft. I mean, I'm a parent, so I'm not gonna say that's a false statement. I think it has everything has its place. I don't. I quasi agree with you. I don't think. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not as PC as the world is right now, so I can agree with that statement. I'm not gonna lie. I think we need to teach. To me, and I will say this about the world and like teaching stuff, and even being a dad, like bullying stuff is gonna happen. I just think we need to. I think as a society, we need to do a better thing of coaching everybody. Like, hey, it's not the end of the world if this happened. Like, you kind of got to stick up for yourself and all that. Besides telling people they got to stop victimizing, because people are going to do that forever, man. Forever. Like, we all got daughters. Like, you got to prepare them for the real world. Like, hey, somebody's not going to like you just because, your hair is smooth or whatever the case is. And when that happens, deal with it. Tell me. We'll try to be the peaceful way we can. But sometimes you got to punch a bully in the mouth. But anyway, thanks for watching. I know we were on here for 2 hours. Like Tito said, we had a different time, but I don't know. I thought this was a good show, man. I kind of like going a little bit early because I feel like I have more things to do. I'm not rushing to make dinner or going to sleep. I wish we didn't have. I wish this was our day job so we can kind of do this all day and just really just enjoy
Right.
it. Because
yeah, I'd be able to talk sports.
Yeah, and you know what? And I was telling somebody before casual conversation with the homies, we almost called it like the big dog something. And I was telling people this, and I was telling my boy Richie, and Richie said he went to go rent some gear, and he said he's seen you.
Oh yeah.
He was like, the first thing he said, man, I think I seen Tito. That's a big dude, huh? I'm like, yeah, he's kind of tall, huh? I told you, I'm like, yeah. I'm like, believe it or not. He's like, how tall is he? I'm like, he's about the same height as I am. Like, he's like a big dog. Like, he's a big dog. He's like, for real, are you guys big? I'm like, yeah, Guru is actually 2 inches taller than I am. I'm like, we are. He was like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, man. That's cool. He said he recognized you from the show.
That was pretty cool. I'll give a little shout out real quick. I see Isaac on the comments. I think his EJ, shout out to EJ and Mia, saying hi to the TV, they said. But yeah, man, Richie, he was all like, because I was working front desk for a little bit, and he's at the door picking up some gear, and he's like, hold up, because I think he knows the front desk worker. Her name's Mariah, and they were chopping it up like they're buddies. And then he was like, hold up. He was like, is that Tito back there? And I was like, yeah. I was like, what's good? He was like, yeah, I work with Ramir at Electric Scooter Guide. And he was like, I know you from the show. I was like, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's do this, So that's really cool. So shout out there, man. But yeah, I mean, it was pretty cool it made me feel pretty good.
Yeah. That's what I said. That's pretty cool, man. I said, you recognize us for watching them on YouTube, and you've seen him in real life, and you were impressed by his stature. And because people see us right now. They don't know how big or tall we are, and that's why I was telling like the three big, like we was gonna call it something else because we like Guru's a big dog, you a big dog, and I'm a big dog, and it's like But anyway, enough of big dog talk. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll be back. Hopefully we'll do this again at an odd time, but whenever we do, we'll let the message get out. I'll send a link to Tito. He'll send it out to you. It's always posted on my Facebook. Follow me at Raymir Jones, JONZE on Facebook. Is where I update just all my things. But yeah. Peace out. Have a good weekend, and I see y'all. Bye bye. Bye bye.